Good evening and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Good evening and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Sorry about that. Anyway, so I didn't really have anything Irish to do tonight, but I do have something green, and people love to celebrate the color green on St. Paddy's Day. So I will be building my next Speed Champions car tonight. This is the Lotus Evija. It is the only car made by Lotus in the Speed Champions line currently, and it's one of only three green cars in the entire line. The other two cars are a bright green color, that both of them are part of two packs. But the Lotus Evija is the only car that's in the deep green, commonly associated with St. Paddy's Day. So I figured it made sense to do this one tonight. Let me go ahead and switch over to the build cam. So as you can see, I have my instructions pulled up in the corner as usual. And here's the set. Sorry about the poor lighting. This is the This is the deepest green car that they have in the Speed Champions line. So let's, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I don't have any bonus builds or anything like that today. We're just building the one car. I don't see the oh, here's the back of the box. One of the cool things about the Speed Champions boxes that is that on the back of the box you can see a view of the car from the back, and it also shows a photo of the actual car in real life. Alright, we got the box open. Let's see what we've got going inside. Okay, so let's see here. We do get this manual, but as usual, we'll be using the PDF, so I'll just set this aside. And this is the sticker sheet. There's a lot of stickers on this car. Let's see, do I see a number on here? So it's so it looks like it's approximately 20 stickers that we're dealing with here. Okay. Let's just set this down. Let's set the box aside. And we, of course, have our standard Speed Champions chassis piece. And we have bag 1 and bag 2. We will set bag 2 aside. And, of course, this bag with wheels, which includes 2 different wheel patterns. Let's go ahead and get this open. So yeah, when it comes to Speed Champions, each set is going to be its own stream. 2 packs, we're going to stream both cars in a single stream. Single packs, every car is going to have its own singular stream. And I just dropped the driver's head. So let's retrieve that before we get started. Okay. Let's get the rest of this open. Okay, we have all the parts out. Let's go ahead and get started. So, like usual, bag 1 is going to be the back end of the car. and bag 2 is going to be the front end of the car. So first we need to start by building our driver. There's the hair, there's the head, there's the torso. We need to find his legs. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, there's the helmet and the visor. Let's go ahead and attach the visor to the helmet. Where did that piece go? Right there. Okay, the helmet is assembled. We still need to find the driver's legs so we can put the actual driver together. And I didn't see any pieces go down when I was emptying out the pieces. So I think it's just under something maybe. Alright, if I were a race car driver's legs in a pile of parts, where would I be hiding? Did I not empty the bags all the way? No, the bags are definitely empty. Okay, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the head on the torso and then see if the legs turn up as we go through the pile of parts. And I'll go ahead and put his hair on as well. He doesn't need the helmet yet because there's no car for him to drive yet. And I'll show the minifigure after the legs turn up in this pile. Ah, there they were. Okay. They were staring at me the whole time, but from an awkward angle, so I didn't recognize them as legs. Okay, here's our driver. I'm not going to put his helmet on until he has a car to drive. But there's his racing uniform, and there it is on the back. It's got almost a kind of superhero aesthetic going on, it looks like. You can see even the legs are printed with the stripe all the way down. So this is our, like usual, he'll sit in the back and watch as his car gets built. Oh, and he's also supposed to have a wrench, which I will set over here next to his racing helmet. So there he is with his 2 accessories, and let's go ahead and start the build, starting with this chassis piece here. Standard Lego disclaimer applies. I'll try and keep as much of the action on camera as possible, but when it comes to stickers, I can't twist my arms in weird positions to be camera friendly. So stickers will probably be mostly off camera, just so I can do them comfortably and precisely. But I'm going to do most of the actual building. as much on camera as my hands will allow. So it looks like we're building the wheel, the axles now for the wheels, where the wheels are going to attach. You'll notice there's a lot of green in this pile, and there's even more green in bag 2. That's because this is the greenest car they've got, and why it was so perfect for tonight. Excuse me. Alright, let's... I know sometimes I get quiet during Lego builds. That's because I'm concentrating. So my Lego budget is going to be lower than usual for the next few weeks. I'm planning to get a couple speed champions into reserve so that hopefully I can keep this series going through the summer. This is actually a car number 6 for me. There's 36 cars in the line so far, with rumors that we're going to get a second wave this year, which is unusual for speed champions. So with a potential of 40 cars by the end of the year, I want to keep this series going. In fact, this series is so important to me on my channel that I have postponed plans for other series, to collect other series that I'm planning to build on and off stream as well. So most of my Lego budget for the next couple months is going to be going to Speed Champions, because I really enjoy these unique cars. I like how every car is different. It's got its own shape, it's got its own build techniques, it's got its own look. And the best part about Speed Champions is it's collectible without being overwhelming. Because there's only 36 cars in the current line, there is a finite endpoint to being done with the series. It's not like some series like Ninjago or Star Wars or Friends, where there's hundreds of sets, and if you start in the middle, it becomes overwhelming. Speed Champions is finite. That said, there's actually 2 eras of Speed Champions. I'm not collecting the original Speed Champions line from 2015 to 2019. When they upgraded the designs in 2020, that's when I'm collecting from. That's what I mean when I say 36 cars is the cars they've released since 2020. I know my fat fingers make it hard to see when I add the little tiny 1x1 bits. But that's the case with many LEGO streams. I can't just make my fingers invisible. Though that would be cool in order for you guys to see the action a little bit better. I do think that this driver has one of my favorite driving uniforms that we've seen so far in the series. Okay, I wonder why we're tiling things off when that doesn't look like it's the outside edge of the car. I guess we'll find out soon enough what this is all meant to be. It's using a couple transparent tiles, so maybe they're visible through the back or something. Okay, we use this bracket here. And then we get the slope piece. Now there are some Speed Champions cars which have 30 or more stickers. So I'm going to go ahead and say this 20 sticker car, the sticker sheet with 20 stickers on it, doesn't actually surprise me and is actually fairly mild when it comes to Speed Champions. Okay, we have to do a sub-assembly here. Alright, we need this. We're only 20 minutes in, and this is already beginning to look like the back end of a car. Okay, and it looks like this section is going to get 3 stickers before I attach it to the main unit. I need to find this other wedge piece first. There it is. So it looks like I need the number 5 sticker. And I need the this one. And then we need the number 3 sticker, which is just this thin red line for detailing. It's a little bit off center of the sticker sheet, it looks like. Not a big deal. It doesn't look like it's going to affect the look too much. It's only very slight and subtle. But that's what this section looks like with the stickers attached. And this section is going to go on the bottom of the car, it looks like. Onto those brackets there. So with the wedge bits folded in, that's what the shaping looks like. I'm not sure if they're meant to be folded in all the way. We will find out in a few moments. So now it looks like we're going to be building up some more of the we'll be building up some more of the external shape for the back of the car. Looks like there's a lot of transparent red going on these sections I'm doing right now. On cars, they use transparent pieces to simulate the lights. Okay, so this section goes in like this. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, I see what's going on. We're shaping the tail lights. This car has some really unusually shaped tail lights. I just peeked at the picture on the back of the box. That explains why we have transparencies that are offset from the actual edge of the car. And why we have transparent plates that we're tiling off with the outside color. So this section will go here, and then yeah, that looks about right. Let's keep going. Okay, so this section attaches on like this. Let's try to be careful not to detach other sections as we add them. Okay. So now we're putting some more transparent bits onto these hinges. I'm really not sure what's going on now, but I guess we'll find out what all this is meant for. Okay. Not sure why they would decide to go with hinges there, given that once placed in, these sections cannot flex. Probably to get the angles right. Often when a hinge is used that can't flex, once it's put in, it's about forming certain angles. Okay, so this section is going to need to be stickered before I attach it. There's the green one. All right, number 6. And it's going to be positioned that way. And no, I did that incorrectly. Let's try that again. The direction you put stickers in is very important, because if you mess it up, it's hard to fix. And this is one sticker that I think I've permanently messed up now. But it's in a part of the car that isn't going to be too terribly noticeable, hopefully. Let's see if I can salvage this thing. Possibly. I may have saved this. The smaller the sticker and the larger the sticker, the harder it is to get right. Medium-sized stickers, not too bad. But tiny stickers and huge stickers are problematic. That's as good as it's going to be. Let's press it down because I've probably already weakened the adhesive. And that's what this sticker looks like. It just says Lotus on it. And that's going to plug into this bracket in the back, revealing a big anti-stud on top. All right. Let's keep on working on the shaping here. Lots of little tiling off here. There's still wedges in the pile. All right, that wasn't too bad. That's what we just did. So that's what the back looks like with all its transparencies and the lights. And that's how we just tiled up off around the top of the back. And now it looks like we're doing a little bit of structural stuff for the middle of the car. So it looks like we're working on shaping for the bottom of the seats. Maybe. Yeah, that's the gray, not the black. All right, so it looks like I have a chat going on. It's one of those spammers. How do I mod a chat? Oh well, looks like he left anyway. All right. I'm going to go ahead and ban them anyway. Because they look like one of those bot spammers. Okay, back to the build. I think I finished. Yeah, I think I finished that step. Between bags, we're going to do a stretching break, but not a full-on bio break. I'm not leaving the computer area, but I'm a little uncomfortable and need to stretch. I just don't want to move around with all these loose pieces. Okay. should be an axle bar here. There it is. And then we need a couple pins in there. And this section goes here, it looks like, with a pin sticking up over the other bit. That's an interesting design evolution. Let's see where it's going with this. Okay. Okay, interesting. So that'll plug into the middle of the car like that. And now we get these slope pieces and some more wedges and tiling, it looks like. No, those aren't tiles, those are curved slopes. Okay. That's how it says to build it. I think that's how it's meant to go in. So that goes to the stud here, apparently. And then I gotta do, I gotta mirror that for the other side. And that just goes on right there, opposite that. And then these two pieces across the back like this. And then some triangles, triangle tiles. There's some interesting shaping going on this car. I appreciate. Bag one is almost done. So this will go on the blue bit like that. And then the big shield piece is going to go in the middle on that bracket like this. Not sure what the shield piece is for. Clearly it's meant for some interior shaping. Also, it's black, so it's not coming out on camera. Okay, so now we know at least what the pins were for. We have these sections that we're attaching to the pins. I think these are supposed to represent the back of the window. They lock into place. Okay, so that's what the middle inside of the car looks like right now, with those black bits on it. And it looks like we have to do 4 more stickers before we continue. So this one goes on this tile. This one goes on this tile. This one goes over here. And then this one goes over here. So that's what it looks like with all of those stickers attached. Now we just got to put in a little more shaping back here. And we have this printed windscreen piece, which looks like it's going to be the back of the window of the car. Oh, you know what? That's the Lotus logo on the top of it. It's not really coming out on camera because my lighting sucks here, but this goes onto these 2 clips like this, and then folds down and becomes the back of the... And the print continues those yellow lines on the stickers. Yeah. There's a few gaps, but that's unavoidable when you try and do shaping with Lego like this. And we're using the skateboard piece here is going to make the tail fin. Most of the Speed Champions race cars have a tail fin. It's a feature that you don't really see on modern cars except race cars all that much. But there it is, attached to the back of the car. Alright, so now it's time to get bag 2 out. Let me get up and stretch real quick. Okay. Let's try and press on through the end now. Let's get out bag 2. And here's what it looks like halfway through the build. We have the whole back half of the car, but now we have to do the front half of the car. We've used a little less than half the stickers. No bonus builds tonight. It's just the one car. We're going to end stream when the car is done. All right. Let's put these down so they don't roll around. It doesn't look like bag 2 has as many pieces. Although we just added the tiny bits in, so maybe I spoke too soon. Let's proceed. So now let's... I do like the shaping of this car so far. The back section is particularly unique. The lights area. Okay. This piece is going to have a sticker. So let's get this bit put together. And then I get... So this sticker looks like it's part of the console. That's what it looks like. And now I can put this into the middle of the car, like that. So it looks like we're supposed to do the steering wheel on one side of that. And then we're supposed to put a slope on the other side. And then we have some of these stud bits. And now we need these bits with the balls. The ball joints are probably used for some precision angles. So there's this bracket. I'm not entirely sure how this bracket is meant. Oh, I see. It's supposed to go here, like that. And then we get this hinge piece. And that'll go onto these jumpers like that. And then when you're making another hinge section, which has jumpers of its own, which is going to go here, like that. Interesting. Then we put in these black bricks. You hardly ever see, with the exception of buildings with vehicles and animals, you don't see that many standard regular Lego bricks. There's so many specialized pieces now. All right, we need wedges again. This car sure seems to use wedges a lot. But Speed Champions is all about precision shaping. All right, how do these go on? Okay, so these stick out over the edge a little bit, it looks like. Um, Something came off. Was it something coming off, or... No, this came off. Let me fix that real quick. Okay. Should be okay now. Alright. There was a little bit of dust that got on that piece. Okay. Should be safe to proceed now, so... Got a little bit of tiling. Stud on side brick, pointing in towards the interior. But yeah, the front is starting to pick up some weight now as well. So now it looks like we're doing the shaping for the sides of the car. There's one. And then we have this wedge piece going on. Then we have another wedge. This car uses a lot of the curved wedges. Excuse me. So the last couple steps were about building this detailed shaping on the side of the car. And yeah, we got a few more stickers we gotta do before we do the same thing on the other side. Okay, yeah, alright. My mistake was taking the wrong number 7 sticker. Let's set that one back aside and use this one. That way the lines are the same thickness. There's some nice yellow stripes at the bottom of the car, but let's start the build. Let's start the sticker placement from this end so that they line up. Alright, that's not too bad. Let's go on. Since the stripes aren't the same thickness on both sides, it did matter there. So that's what it looks like with the shaping and the stripes. Or I should say the yellow stripe that goes across. Now I'm going to flip this car over so we can start building up the other side. We just hit the hour mark, so we're actually making good time with this car. My first 2 Speed Champions cars took me about 2 hours each, but I've noticed I've been consistently about an hour and a half since then. So I think it's just I'm getting better with practice. That's the only way to explain the time discrepancy. That said, there are certain cars that I know are going to take longer. There's a few beefier cars in the line, and I anticipate taking a while on some of them. Okay, let's find the other wedge. This wedge. And the triangle. Let's go ahead and do these stickers. Now the stickers for this side of the car, the stripe is printed a little thinner. That's because the sticker sheet is very slightly offset. So in order to make sure that both stripes look good, and since you can only see one side at a time, that's why I had to swap the 2 stickers before. We only have a few stickers left on this set. Okay, so that's what this side looks like with the shaping and the stripes. Our little driver is still watching. Although, I'm sure he's getting excited to drive soon because the car is almost ready for him. We actually have less than 20. We have about a dozen pages left in the instructions. So we're going to come in well under the hour-and-a-half mark, actually. I think. Which is okay, because my streams have been... So many of my streams have been longer than average recently. It's okay to have a shorter than average stream once in a while. Won't fill up... The VODs won't fill up my hard drive as fast if I have shorter than average streams once in a while. Okay, clearly this assembly is going to have some importance when we finish. Okay, so this action, alright. Some more wedging going on, but this time it's black wedging. That whole construction just yeeted all over the place. That's going to be a small setback. I think this is all of it. Sorry, let me just get this back to how it was quickly. Okay, and where's the other bit with the wedge that I already put together? Excuse me a minute. I need to floor dive for this, I think. Hold on a second. I went to get out my flashlight, and my phone had a critical notification that I was not expecting. Okay, I have a piece that got yeeted onto the floor. Oh yeah, that's legit. Okay. All right, where did it go? Bear with me a minute. I'm trying to find the piece that yeeted onto the floor. It can't have gone far. Okay, I'm doing a full floor dive. Because I have a feeling this is a critical piece. If I can't find it, then in order to maintain symmetry, we'll take the piece off the other side too. It's topped off with a wedge, so I doubt it's an attachment point. It bounce up to here maybe. Okay, it's not turning up. We need to move on. In order to keep things symmetrical, well, now I just yeeted his helmet. That one we do need to find. Tell you what we're going to do. We are going to put the little plate there. And we're just going to take the two wedges off. We're going to take the other wedge off so it stays symmetrical. This looks like an underside detail anyway. I had that piece reattached wrong. Okay, let's find his helmet. That is an important piece. There's not that many pieces left once we find his helmet. We'll be finishing this car up shortly. found it. Because it's a black helmet, it was hiding in the shadows. The majority of Speed Champions drivers have black helmets, but I have encountered one driver so far who has a white helmet. Let's just set that up here, out of the way. Let's reposition the table. And now that we've wasted 10 minutes parts diving, partially successfully, partially unsuccessfully. So yeah, that's underside shaping, it looks like. No, that's top side shaping. And so the missing part will be noticeable. I'll look for it off of stream. And that's why we have the ball joints, it looks like, so we can angle this appropriately when we attach it. That was a satisfying click. All right, it's a bit unfortunate about the missing piece, but at least I'm keeping it symmetrical. And we will fix it after stream, or I should say I will fix it after stream. So this goes on here, it looks like. And then I'm assuming, yeah, we do the same thing. There's only 3 stickers left and a handful of pieces. We'll be done with this shortly. This bag didn't have any transparent parts. So that means the lights for the front, unlike the back, for the front, the lights are probably all going to be prints or stickers. But I'm not seeing any lights on the stickers. So yeah, there's my answer right there. The lights are prints. And it looks like this next assembly is going to use the last 3 stickers. Okay, this go on like this. So that's what this section looks like with the stickers on it. Little tiny Lotus insignia down at the bottom. And actually, the bit with the wedges, the bit with the missing wedges, it's kind of noticeable. There's some big gapping without it. I'll have to find and fix that after stream. So it looks like it's wheel time, which means the car is done. So here's the printed front windshield with another yellow stripe around the bottom of it. But you know what? Now that we're putting the windshield on, here's the driver one more time. Let's switch him out for his helmet so that we can actually put him in the car, and then we'll prepare the wheels. So that's what he looks like with the helmet. And he sits inside. Behind his steering wheel, like that. And there's room for his hair and the wrench inside, like that. And now let's go ahead and open the bag with the wheels. So let's take these off. Let's do a little bit of administrative stuff here so as to declutter. Let's take the instructions off. Let's bag up the instructions with the 4 spare wheels. There we go. And now let's attach these wheels together. So now I'm just attaching the wheels to the tires and then to the car. And then the car is done. About 80 minutes, but you have to count for splash screen and intro time. So really, about 75-ish minutes. 76 maybe. No. That's, I think, my new record for quickest speed champions build. This is what our car looks like. It's a beautiful green car. And from the front, you can kind of tell there's some gapping there where I lost the piece. But when I lose a piece, I try to keep it symmetrical until the piece turns up, because it looks better overall if it's symmetrical. And you can see him sitting inside, getting ready to drive. So there we are, there's the car. Let's figure out our raid. We're going to raid Neo Kellalims tonight. They're still on. They've been on for a while. They were streaming before I came on, so hopefully they're not getting ready to quit. Let's give it a try. Raid the Neo Kellalims. I like this channel. They're an elderly Asian couple who plays a ukulele. Alright, so we're going to go enjoy the Neo Kellalims. Have a good night, and happy St. Paddy's Day, and I will see you soon. Good night.
Good night.
John plays music. Yeah. Now everybody show some more love. Me. This is our paradise, or heaven we are. Welcome to the Ukulele Social Club. The Ukulele, that's us. Welcome to the Ukulele Social Club.